Hello everyone, welcome back to another Infinity Kingdom video. This is Puppy from M14. Today I want to go over Elemental Domain. So this is available to players that are in Legendary Season. Today is going to be a little difficult. So we're fighting Thalgren. So he doesn't get wounded. He gets lifesteal. He does a little bit of physical damage and can silence. It's 35% chance, but you know, it's not a big deal. The big thing is though, he doesn't take as much lightning and wind damage. It's reduced by 30%. Wind is already bad enough. Lightning is already bad enough. So the best thing to do, honestly, if you have the gems to afford it, what you want to do is take your first march, whatever you want to use to reborn. Hopefully by then you have enough books. You want to reborn your second march. As you can see, I reborn my Bjorn, I reborn my Kin Emperor, and I've also reborn my YSS. So you're going to take these books and you're going to feed them into whatever march, depending on the day of what day of elemental that you're doing, and you're going to feed them into the immortals that you're using. At least bare minimum, if you have the pieces, try to get your shelters done for each of them. Grace for Lewis, and also shelter for your support too. Cao, I don't have as many pieces. You can also just do your physical defense, magical defense, and resilience for each of them as well. Anything to make them defensive. When it comes to your carry, it really depends on what march you're using. Lewis doesn't really do that much damage. I unfortunately wasted a lot of money on this character and got him completely maxed out. I can only max every single node on here. I went to go start doing precision as I went further and further and further, but it doesn't really make a difference. I accidentally did a test here before I started doing the video, and I didn't have buffs on, and I ended up doing 99% damage. So what you need to do is make sure you have your PvP talents on, okay? And also, you want to use Wild Nature, Hold Fast, Rage, and Dexterity, okay? The Frost ones should not work. It shows on the report, but I don't think it really works. So you'll go back to Elemental Domain. You're going to look at your march. So I do have a lot of red skills, as you can see here. I have literally 5 red skills equipped. Unfortunately, it does make the difference sometimes. Either that, I'm not building 100% correctly. Sometimes when I'm on Alex March and on Earth Day, I don't have any red skills. I'll have maybe fully prepared. I'll have combo and assembly charge. Or I think last one I had, let's check and see real quick. I had no red skills. So you could do no red skills for some of the days, but not all the days. My Rash did have energy mastery. You could just run. Psionic is not going to be a free-to-play skill, so maybe instead of energy mastery, you could do something like what can we do instead of energy mastery? You could do anger. Anger's pretty good. Yeah, I think anger will be fine. But what we'll do is we'll do a simulation challenge. We should be able to kill it, especially with the buffs. You must use your buffs. You must use these. These are very, very vital. So Lewis didn't really do that much damage. Of course, Khan's gonna do so much damage. The only time Khan really struggles is if you're fighting against the one that reduces crit, which I believe is the fire boss. So instead of running Time to Shine, you could do not just Battle Stance, you can also use, where is it? Demonic Contract. You can run this instead. I'm gonna switch back to Time to Shine because it's just goated. Where are you? Let's see, what else can I evaluate from this? Oh, big thing. Not even red skills. Even more important, if you're in Conquest, if you're like early game, if you're trying to consider like, okay, what skills do I keep? What do I not use? What do I reborn? Honestly, don't reborn any of your skills on a side note, but you want to get these blue skills. These blue skills are very, very important. They do work on bosses. There are some days where stuns don't work. There's some days where wounding can't work. There's a few others. You can, for the most part, use these skills. So skills like Thump, Instigation. Let's see. And the one I'm running now. Silence. No Escape. No Escape is great too. No Escape is one of those just, you gotta have that skill. But we're gonna run one more sim. It should kill it, no problem. Now, again, lightning is one of the harder ones to do. I would say water can be the easiest. No, actually, fire, then water, then earth, then lightning, then wind. Wind's just, it's so bad. And then on the weekends, what you can do on weekends is if you have Shadow, if you have Holy, if you have Chaos, you can run those. If you have if you just want to run Earth again or Fire again, you can also do it on the weekends too. It's on Saturday and Sunday. You could do that as well. But I just want to show you guys how lightning goes. This is one of the more difficult ones for it. I would even say crit might be a little harder, but I think you could just run, instead of running Time to Shine, just run the Demonic Contract instead, and you should be able to kill it. The red skills definitely help a lot, but there are alternatives, like you can run Wine and Dine here. There's a few other skills you can try. Let's take a look real quick. So, and I should have kept one extra try. I apologize for that. But you can run Weakness instead of Divine Blessing. You can run, so that'll be your aura skill. You can do Wine and Dine. You can do, what kind of healing can we put on here? I mean, you can do Energy Shield. You can do, I guess you can run No Escape. There's Wine and Dine there. Wine and Dine's great if you're trying to run a couple carries. Wine and Dine's kind of bad if you just have one carry, because it may hit your support and your support doesn't really get anything from damage amplification. So it's like, you know, it is a chance already. It's 50% chance as well. So it's not the best skill, but it's alright. It's okay. It's okay for double carries like Arash and Alex, or Khan and Lewis, even though Lewis doesn't do that much damage. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, Purification's fine. Vitality Touch is fine. You'll slowly get those. They're Triss skills. You can get them from, when you get your Frost coins, you can sell the useless ones for those. But yeah, just a quick little video on the elemental domain for Lightning Day. Also, one very crucial, very, very important step is to make sure that when you are going to do the elemental domain, depending on what march that you're using, make sure that you're putting the best equipment you possibly can on your immortals. These are fine. They're level 55. They're all the lightning ones. Like, it works, especially Lewis. Like, his is great. Cow's fine. But you want to make sure that you're putting the best possible equipment onto your immortals, because it does translate over to the elemental boss. That is very, very important. Also, when it comes to the artifacts, if you don't have that immortals artifact strong enough, just use whichever one you can. I have YSS here. I have Fu Fei there. Even this one, I should have swapped it over to Lewis's. I would have probably done a little bit better. They're pretty similar, honestly. The physical defense is here better, so it may have been better defensively, because Lewis isn't really doing that much damage. But just make sure that your equipment's good, and also make sure your artifacts are good as well. Very big. But yeah, that's really it. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, any kind of suggestions, please let me know. Until next time, you guys have a good day.
Oh my God! I can't believe this! Yo, I can't believe this!